My name's Craig Farrell. I'm an Assistant IT Director at Penn State Altoona campus, and it's a campus within the system of Penn State University. Well, part of the problem was we were using the ACT system for doing IT work orders, and it worked, but it wasn't a solution that was meant, for that application. So we were looking for something to track our work orders, and we have a staff of 12 full-time IT professionals. So we definitely needed something to manage the work order system and make it flow smoothly, so that we could get our work done and not be so cumbersome, and being responsible to our user base. From the ground up, the system we were using wasn't designed for our application, where IT Direct was. I mean, it continues to evolve in that. They're adding new features, and it's just a match, and that's what that application was designed for, was that. And that's probably the greatest thing, is when we start using it, say, wow, this is nice. So it fits. Well, one of the things is being online-based web application. Didn't require our IT staff, to manage the system. We could just use the system and not worry about managing the system, and it's just one less responsibility. We as an IT staff, and concerned about the data and backing it up. And when we looked at it, it just looked like a natural fit. The email notifications is really nice. Being able to route to different people. Those are functions that, they were there, and we liked them, and set things up. And the system set up pretty easily, pretty quick, and we had no problems getting up and running with it and getting the users on board. I really haven't heard any complaints from the users, that they just flowed right into the system, and it just works smoothly. I think it's allowed us to do our job better, more focused on and solving problems, such as to dealing with pushing paper around, dealing with a work order. It's almost like there's not a burden on our back with that system. It's, we can get our job done, and it helps us, and it doesn't hinder us. So that's the main thing about it. Nobody really in our department talks about the work order system. You don't hear anybody complain about it. It just works, and everybody's happy with it. And we're just discussing problems and problem solving. So it's been a big asset, and I think it's saved us time, allowed us to get more work done with less people. We can see, and if there's an imbalance on the workflow, if somebody's maybe doing more work orders than others, or taking more requests, or it allows us to adjust for people being in and out and such, and it just gives us a better vision of how we're performing as a staff. So the reporting part's really nice. When we want to request anything as far as additional staffing or show shortcomings, we have to have proof of what we can't just ask for it. So we'll generate reports, take them up to the upper level management, and the proofs there in the reports that if there's we need additional staff or such. We now have tools to be able to do that, and it's useful. Number one is the lack of overhead, of us not being have to manage the system. And number two would just be how the system, it was easy to set up and get going, and it flows well, and that all works out. And so we really had any issues getting it up and going. And third, just the reporting functions, allowing us to be able to step back and look and see how the staff's actually performing. I think those are the three key things that we found with the product. I find that it's a very personable group to work with. They're up front. It's like dealing with a family. It's not that impersonal. They've been really responsive to any concerns or issues we have.